you saying, Nevaeh?
Fucking loving it, bro.
You what?
Fucking bashing it.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your appearance, it's time to try out the builder. This year, we've added more skill breakdowns to choose from, so make sure to take a look and pick the right fit for your game. Then, choose your physical profile, modify your attribute caps, and you pick the takeover you want. After you've personalized your build, it's time to test your potential. You get to select the overall you want to play as for the game, all the way up to a 99. Then it's time to pick your badges. The upgrades available are based on the attributes you have in each category. And it's your decision on how to divide up the badges. Do you want to max them out with a few Hall of Fame badges? Or do you want a little bit of everything by using bronze and silver? It's your call. Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a quick game. That's right, you'll be able to play 5 total games with access to 4 stacked teams. Current Clippers, current Bucks, all-time Celtics, and all-time Lakers.
Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
2KU is also back in this year's demo, so if you want to get a feel for the game or just work on your skills, there's no better place to do it. Are you ready? Because your path to NBA 2K21 starts now.
Nevaeh, click on my
I can't wait to
stream,
get
bro.
started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexis.
It's on. Let's go.
Stop.
Kobe attacking, and Kobe.
Alright, let's go.
That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have... And here's a look at some numbers for Peyton.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Bobby Portis. He's out there with Robinson. Peyton is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Shea. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. Scouting reports very detailed, Clark. Talk about the types of insights those scouting reports would reveal about your team and your opposition.
Typically player tendencies and team tendencies. How do they win? What areas are they really strong in? A team being excellent on the glass or tremendous in transition offense or very physical. I mean, just those types of nuggets that you would have for a team and then individual players so that you could try to position them to not be at their best by what you did to counteract them.
Good explanation. pass to Harkless. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. Robinson kicks to Harkless. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Payton. Off target from outside. And it's Milwaukee's ball. No good from Lee. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with Coach David Fizdale. He talked about the difficulty defending the Greek Freak and said, you've got to dare Giannis into jump shots. When he gets around the rim, you're done for. There is no questioning that when he sees the rim, Kevin, it's lights out.
Thank you, David. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Payton attacking. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
And Lee with the stuff.
That's why.
Well, here in the midseason, you have to be impressed with the way that Shai has come in and improved his game. Never stopped working, and he is clearly a player that is going to help this team for years to come.
I don't think, Greg, many people figured Shai would have this kind of impact on this team this early in his career.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
Hobson can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a
that was terrific!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. They get it again. Shai outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Robinson misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the basket is good. Portis has got his second bucket.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
Bucks leading by 5. Giannis outside. Here's Shai. It's rebounded by Payton. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. Dotson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
DiVincenzo passes to Shai. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He is never going to pass up a chance to attack. I mean, that's Shai's mindset and mentality. Use movement to put the defense in a tough spot.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Dante DiVincenzo. Milwaukee in the lead. Lee goes in, and the dunk by Shai.
A nice aggressive move from Shai, making a decisive move. No hesitation, going forward and converting on the drive.
Here's Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness.
On the court for the Knicks, Portis is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Payton. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Payton. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Payton's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, sweet J from Payton. The defense can't afford to leave him open there.
Lee passes to Middleton. Floats it up for Jay. And stolen by Payton. Out to the wing. Beyond the arc. The putback. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He picked up 26 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. And that kind of performance has to add to his confidence. Kevin, we'll see if he can find different ways to dominate again.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Dotson kicks to Harkless. Payton outside. Portis trying to free himself. The shot by Payton, no good.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Fader on the way. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, offensive rebound. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
New York calls timeout. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots, and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Here's Dotson. He's got 5. Pass to Portis. Payton with the ball. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's good for 2. Portis has got 6 in the quarter. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Never quite as easy as it looks to corral an alley-oop. Shea getting busy.
Knicks trail by 17. And the foul called on Shea. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Robinson passes to Dotson. And here is Harkless. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Here's Portis. That one misses. The Bucks go the other way with it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now the pass to Dotson. Back to Portis. Out to Payton. From downtown, Milwaukee with the rebound. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And to get open is Robinson. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 12.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Here's the break. Here's Harkless. Here's Dotson. He has 5. Fires at the elbow. And the jumper is on the mark. 7 points in the game.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Lee against Payton. Giannis kicks to Lee. Bucks passing it around. Here's DiVincenzo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Payton right side. Passes it to Portis. There's the triple. No good on the last second attempt there.
And you know, Antetokounmpo is really a master at getting a hand up in the face of shooters. Excellent at contesting the shots and really distracts guys when they get into their shooting rhythm.
And so it's Milwaukee with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully, in the pick and rolls is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Shea. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard.
Yo, Davia.
Yo.
I'm just gonna munch my food quickly, bro. I'll be back in 5.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do the same.
Huh?
I'm fucking starving here. Yeah, I'm starving and I'm on here to finish.
With some food, bro.
To do the same.
was that? Yo, what the fuck, you pussy?
Yo.
What you saying? You lighting one up?
What?
You lighting one up, yeah?
Am I what?
Lighting one up.
Oh, no, bro. It's a cigarette.
You're running out of weed.
Yeah, I'm about to. Like, I have 2 hits.
2 hits from the bank.
Yeah.
I've got 1 spliff left.
Bro. I need fucking, like... I need money.
Do you want a drink, Claire?
What?
I was speaking to Chloe. It's a bit too much. Pussy. Pussy.
Yo, that's my favorite fucking mode. The cranked one.
You are sitting in a crap then?
What?
You sitting in a crap then?
No, I said the fucking crank mode. In the 24/7 shipment. It's like a mode called my favorite.
Where the fuck's Chloe? You still ain't on my stream, you little bitch.
Or what?
I was gonna say play my stream in the background.
I'm on the stream.
You're not watching it, are you?
I'm watching it, but my phone is on the side and put it in the background. What do you mean?
Spot Harkless with the bucket.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hand.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Kicks it out to Giannis. And And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's an 18-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Back to Jay, stolen by Robinson. Here's Dotson. He has 7, pass to Payton. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Payton. He has 5. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Here's Dotson. Antetokounmpo defending. The pass to Harkless. Now Gibson. Payton outside. 6 on the shot clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Knicks trail by 17. Now here's Harkless. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And now here's Lee, the fast break opportunity.
There's an aggressiveness to Che's game that I think everybody can appreciate and respect. Prides himself on keeping pressure on the defense.
The Bucks have 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. 50%. Not great work there.
Let's go.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
What, are you watching the game right now?
We haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we've come to expect, especially after last season.
Oh, they're playing that.
Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shea, right side. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him.
Shea making it look so easy, dropping that nice room service dime there.
Knicks trail by 20.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
George Hill's checked in for Milwaukee. Reggie. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a 3rd option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
The free throw drops for Korver.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Knox. Bobby Portis out there with Robinson. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Dotson in at the 2 guard.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Outside Robinson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the Knicks miss again.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Thursday, They'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Murray's checked in for Chris Middleton.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside for Murray. Floats it up for Che. Antetokounmpo dishes to Che. Rebounded by Pinson.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Brazdeikis. Over Giannis. Kept alive by New York.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Murray. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Kyle Korver.
And you can tell Payton has put a bunch of work into that floater. Getting it off quickly before the defense can react is the key.
Lopez passes to Giannis. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Second chance shot, and the rejection by Giannis. There's Lee with the three. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
They get it back. Robinson finds Portis. Can't cash in from close range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Dotson. That one off the back iron and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, There were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
It's serving up a big slice of humble pie, owning the season series throughout. This victory gives them a clean sweep of the 3 this year against New York.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Murray's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Pinson, defended by Ilyasova, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Floats it up for Jay. Knocked loose.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Nailed from three-point land.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They
Let's
poured it on
go.
tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution.
I'm having one more game, then I'm shooting off, man. Tired today, but.
This is Kevin Harlan along with our UK Sports crew.
Yeah, boy, another playmaking badge. Happy days.
Hey, Che.
Yo.
They want you in the press room.
Okay, I'll be in there at 10, all right?
Thanks.
What do you think the key was to your hot scoring tonight?
Making smart decisions, being decisive, knowing where my shots are supposed to come from, and not hesitating when I've got the advantage.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had the ball flat.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
And it's happening out at Fiserv Forum, where the Milwaukee Bucks will be going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And we've got a chance to watch one of the hotter rookies in the league. Che's been a fantastic find for this team, Shaq.
Yeah, a lot of people expected Che to be eased into action, but no. His fast start has turned heads, and he's earned every minute.
Well, Che has the poise that rarely you see out of rookies. And those years at the Bay City,
Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. We are Well, David Eve's come a long way. Thank you. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Milwaukee, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They're back in the 9th position.
And I think for Milwaukee, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Shea is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Now when it comes to load management strategy, Doris, should coaches do it along the way as opposed to waiting until the last, say, quarter, third of the season?
Well, Kev, I think you can look to the San Antonio Spurs, who I think were the first to really look hard at what we would now describe as load management. And I think the one thing is you're trying to just make sure guys are prepared for the most important point of the season. You've got to win enough to get in the playoffs and be positioned well, but your guys have also have to be healthy at the end of the year.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum at 6'8" with authority. That's nice.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And Lee with the stuff.
Watch him fly. So graceful on that
What
finish.
a fucking
Shea
alley-oop.
lines up the alley-oop.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Walker dishes to Hayward. Launches it. And the 3-ball is good. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
You know, you get the sense this guy, the 4 years of college ball helped. He plays at his pace, and he does it with such calm.
Brown kicks to Tice. So the wing on the left. Middleton against Hayward. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Hayward.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
Stolen by Walker. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Brown. Good D by Lee.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
To the paint. Banked in off the glass.
Eric Bledsoe's court vision is probably underrated. What a pretty pass.
Now here's Walker. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit. Tice, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Brown with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Brown the pass to Tice. Here's Walker. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
And again, it's Jay. He's got 8.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Tice. Back to Walker. And it's sent back by Lopez. Lee against Brown. Lee dishes to Lopez. Shot from 16. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. For three, Hayward, the offensive rebound, and Tice gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
To me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Lee out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Williams at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Lee, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 10 points for Shai.
I'll tell you, around the basket, Shai has got such a good nose for putting it in the bucket.
I'll rank this the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former #2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shai in the last game against the Knicks was outstanding. He contributed 31 points and on top of that also grabbed 3 rebounds. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Brown kicks to Walker. Hayward outside. Walker against Lopez. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, it looks like Mr. Hayward wants to show you just how good a passer he is. That was pretty, Kev.
Here's Shai, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, the 3rd pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Tice, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lee against Tatum. And Tatum pulls it down.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Tice kicks to Hayward. 5 on the clock from 13. Not going to go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Walker the pass to Tice. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Williams with the ball for the Bucks, trailing by 5. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Marvin Williams. And stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward's running. Milwaukee with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points. One second left.
Losing by 5 to the fucking Celtics.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Che, a lot of scoring from you in the first half. What are you guys doing offensively that's allowed you to be so successful?
Hey, this might come off as a little bit cocky, but I honestly can say I believe there's no one on that team that can guard me right now, you know? Hey, no disrespect, but that's how confident I am with my shot right now. And you better believe I'll keep it going, man, after the break.
Did you hear that?
Well, you do not lack for confidence.
All right, thank you, Jaden. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you.
Is it echoing, is it?
What?
How did you hear that?
Bro,
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The drive by Lee, good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Shea's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bucks. Now Walker. And here is Tatum. The rebound by Middleton.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Shea dishes to Bledsoe. Back to Shea. Middleton outside. There's the pass to Giannis. Floats it up for Shea. 4 on the clock. Shot from 16. Another shot. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Walker, bounce pass. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. Tatum's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And the foul called on Shea. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Boston with it. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Here's Hayward.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Lee gets the bucket.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Boston, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Tice passes to Walker. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
And the Bucks making a change here. Murray's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always...
Third substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. George Hill's checked in for Murray. And Shea's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Boston, Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
I'll tell you guys, one thing I love about the NBA is the Summer League. Shea is a guy who used it as a launching pad in his career, and he's not the only one.
Here's Brown. From three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun.
Yeah, man.
I'll catch you tomorrow, bro.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Shea is out there with Hill. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And taken away by Brown. Pass to Wanamaker. Here's the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wanamaker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Hill. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Pass to Brown. The 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Floats it up for Shea.
Shea with a monster night. You love to see such a humble guy excel.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Tatum. From the stripe. Nice jump shot. Good. And the Celtics lead by 9.
You have to be effective from anywhere on the floor if you're going to be elite. Jason Tatum, the in-between game, that's on point too, fellas.
2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Smart wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Lee with the stuff.
A very opportunistic player. Shea gets out in transition for an easy basket.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Cantor with it. The 3. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits at this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Celtics also making a change. Walker's checked in. Bucks trail by 8. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Shea. Giannis passes to Shea. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 4 assists now tonight.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Walker from outside the arc. But they get it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Cantor kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 8. For Milwaukee, they've got every shot they've taken so far in the 4th quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Lopez finds Giannis. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the pass to Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Brooke Lopez. Now the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Hayward passes to Tatum, and he gets the bucket. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
Brown against Lee. Floats it up for Shea. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Walker, and the layup falls. Walker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Back to Jay. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lee's got 34.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Walker the pass to Kanter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, we know this. When Enes Kanter is engaged, this guy is an effective offensive force. The defense has got to be on point.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Or some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
5 to shoot. There's Walker with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 6 assists now in the game. Middleton finds Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around. A fadeaway, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Boston leading by 13.
Who's got Walker?
Walker with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Boston.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jayson Tatum.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Che?
Yo.
We need you in the press room in 10.
Okay, got it.
Tough loss tonight, Che. How do you regroup after one like this?
You know, hate to lose. Hate it. But I don't get too high or too low about it. The way I play, we're going to be in it every night. So, on to the next.
Nice game, Che.
Thanks, B.
Che, can I grab you real quick?
Patty, the great reporter. What's up?
I got Che. You set a new career high for points scored tonight. What does that say about your growth as a player?
I think it's opportunity more than anything. The more time I get, the more I can produce. If you give me a chance to get into rhythm, I'm deadly out there. And you saw that tonight, Patty.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time, Che.
It's all good. Hey, you guys good over here?